Oh my god. Long break, no homework. Oh, this is the best thing ever. What's that?
What? Wait, hold on. Am I seeing this correctly? Like, what? Homework? Seriously? Corruption?
Hey, how you doing? Well, I'm doing just fine. I lied, I'm dying inside.
So you want this homework done? I'll get it done. Oh yes, I'll get it done. But before that, let me fix these things and this. Ew. Like, hold up, give me a second. So, you know, what'd you say? Quick outfit change? And I'm back. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hey, so we're trying to understand the story No Longer at Ease. First of all, let's take a look at the plot, you know, and see what it is. So, we have the, protagonist of the story. His name is Obi Kwanko. He's a Nigerian man who just came back from his 4-year university study in England. So, well, what happened in the book? This book is basically a trilogy of more books. Basically, this book tells us about what happened before his trials, and my neck is about to break. So, cutscene. So we know at the beginning of the book that he got charged for taking a bribe. But what is the bribe about? And who is this Obi guy? And that's when we dive into his past. So we know that Obi is from this village somewhere in Nigeria called Umuofia. So yeah. So when Obi embarked on this university journey, you know, he doesn't go for free. The village expects him to like give him something back when he comes back, you know, as a loan, essentially. But everybody thinks he's studying law in England. However, he's taking English.
What?
He switched major, which is, first of all, a concern. And second of all, he doesn't want to follow the village traditional way of thinking. So that's when we dive into our first major themes. Tradition, progressiveness. Two gigantic themes. This whole story surrounds itself. What was funny was when he, on his way back to England, he met on his girl who he went on a dance with. Didn't go too well, I mean. But he met her. I mean, he said, "I love you" on the first date. Damn it, Obi, you suck at dating! Anyways, cutscene. So he stayed at Joseph's place, trying to find a job, also visits his hometown, where he was introduced to the Scholarship Board of Civil Service, in which he was introduced to the world of bribery, in which, as an idea, he rejects the whole time throughout the book. Most significantly, started the story on the boats. Secondly, when his sister asked him to
pull strings behind the scenes, you know, to give the scholarship for choice.
But he didn't. So this shows us the sign of what such characteristic Obi really is. Why did I even wear a hat? It's so stupid. Oh my god, how do you make it down here? Anyways, let's continue. So, as life progresses for Obi in Nigeria, things doesn't go too smoothly. Oh my god! First of all, his economic hardship worsens as he has to send money home for his sick parents. That on the relationship kind of thing. Clara tells him that they must not get married because she's an Osu and she's afraid. But being the person that he is, assuming from how he rejects the bribery offers, he's the one who doesn't follow the norm. I don't know how to transition, so cutscene. Focus. Yeah, there we go. So things about to go a little bit crazy when Obi went home to his mom. Things don't, you know, won't necessarily turns out well, but wanna see a reenactment? Sure.
Mom, I'm home.
Oh, Estelle, you must not marry that woman.
But what is the problem? Clara is fine. Do you know anything about her?
Obi, don't lie to me. I know everything. She is an Osu.
Ma, how do you know?
Do you think I'm stupid? I am your mother. What do you think?
I guess.
Obi, I must tell you this. If you marry her, then you must wait for me to die.
But Mom, you don't want to see your son get married?
I'm afraid not. Not with her. That evil son of a...
Don't say that to her, Mom.
I thought I had a son. I should have noticed. The day you write Hitler a letter, I should have taken notes.
Mom, what are you saying?
If you marry her, I will suicide. Yeah, I know, not too accurate, but what can you say? Live with it. So, yeah, I don't have a cool transition this time too, so... Hey, look over there. Hey, so this is when the story gets really bad. He went home, tells Clara about the whole thing with his mom. Clara is now angry, so she breaks off the engagement. And she hints that she's pregnant. Obi, condoms, my man. So he arranged an abortion in which he doesn't have all the money in the world to do it. So he borrows his money from his friend. Now currently has to face another remorse in his life in which his mother died. And he is too shameful to go back and visit her funeral. So he feels completely guilty. So it's not that comfortable down here in his coat. So I'll see you somewhere up. Hey, you know, lay you down here. So, yeah, at this stage of point in Obi's life, he has been through enough. All the things he's been attempting to do, trying to get out of tradition, he felt like it's not worth it, and it's like hold him down to his true potential. This way of living is not working for him. And also, you must be noticing, he's guilty of making Clara pregnant. He's guilty of not being financially responsible for the things he's done. He's guilty for his mother's death. With this much guilt in your life, it much reaches a point when you essentially don't feel guilt anymore. That's what kick-started all the bribery thing. Now, linking back to the second scene of the story, you know, we feel a little sympathy for him. This bribe things kept on going for a while, and it became habitual until one day he got caught. Where whatever lifestyle he chose, it didn't turn out too well for him. But in a sense, he kinda deserve it, you know? I think this video's been long enough. How about we talk a little bit about the characters? So anyways, no cool transition again. Oh, you know what? Let me show you a magic trick, okay? So I have some paper, and I'm gonna put this on the camera, and the next thing you say, I promise you, is a cool transition. So, wait. And voila! See? I told you. So now we're gonna do character analysis. Yay! But instead of doing all the characters in the world, I'll just focus on the 3 main types of characters that I find very intriguing in the story that represents the themes that I'll be diving deep into today. Progress and tradition. Let's get right into it. Like, hey! What was that? Like, that was such a bad transition, guys. I'm gonna do a cool transition in which I don't get cut off. First type of characters, which is the traditional type, and who better to represent this other than our drama queen of the story, Obi's mom. So Obi's mom represents this very typical idealistic woman around that time, roughly around 50 years ago, in Africa, in which after the British colonization happened, black and white, they're separated by color. Osu sort of half black, half white. These mixed race people, they're not considered as human because essentially they're born a crime. They're gonna get called names. So that's what the struggle we have to go through. As you can see, it's sort of like alienation of a group of people. So Obi's mom represents this idea very well because marrying this woman is a shame to her family, so much so that she can kill herself to not have Obi to marry her. And yeah, battery change time. Hi. So our second type of characters is Obi. Hey. So now we're gonna go into our main characters. You could say he's a hard-headed, stubborn guy, but really he doesn't want to follow the norm. He does not want to take bribes like how everyone is doing. He doesn't want to study law because he sees that in his country, law is not taking anyone anywhere. He doesn't even listen to criticism around himself. For Clara, his mom, his friend, despite all those, he still wants to marry Clara because he's a man who wants to be progressive. He wants to change, he wants to see change, and it starts by doing these things and not following the norm. But for all protagonists, they experience a sort of change throughout the story, and for Obi Seth, he experienced so much change that mentally torment him into a state in which he feels essentially dead inside to go against his will. Anyways, I'm gonna exit the way I enter. Anyways, back to our analysis. So finally, we have this third character in which contrasts the best between. She's essentially the happy medium between the two. She is Clara. Well, Clara represents that kind of character who she knows her situation being an Osu. She knows what she is. She's embedded herself into this idea of being tradition in which she finds herself being an outcast. Despite wanting to be progressive, deep inside, she surrounds herself with people that have a traditional mind. So yeah, I don't know how to end this. I'm running out of ending ideas. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did enjoy making it. Hope you really like this video. If you do, drop a like below. It won't help me at all because I have 0 subscribers right now. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to me too? I'll put the subscribe button like somewhere around the screen. So just go ahead and find it. And yeah, so see you next time on Bin Study Corner, where we don't really study about anything because I've only read 5 chapters. See ya.